But if we're not gonna get concurrence with everyone, and this is a requirement by Crown Castle, you have to sign a document saying you're gonna log into their cell sites and you're gonna treat their assets professionally. So, hold on, please. I'm gonna give it to you here very shortly. So you're gonna log in, log out, of course, and then professionally behave at the site, treat their sites. Any objections to signing this document? No, you'd have to tell me. I'm going to pause a little bit. I just want you to think that you're signing a document that says you're going to log in, you're going to do this professionally, you're going to follow the rules at the Crown Castle. So Julius can tell you what the rules are, or how to sign in, how to do this, and all of that. But I want you to be on record that you're signing this. And when you sign this document, again, guys, I'm telling you, above drinking at the cell site, or drinking and doing drugs and those things, stealing, and this is part of capital punishment here. It's we don't have a choice. The new policy is we don't follow these things. We have to let people. And I've cried before letting employees go. I cried. I wish I can work. I wish I can do it. You know. There was a guy. Okay, you probably know John, right? I was crying when I fired him. Not only him, two other people. Like next one probably is not the best example, but Ryan. Still talk to Ryan. I fired Ryan. John, how can you fire John? I was crying, man. And I know that he was trying to look for other opportunities anyway. I would much rather that he came to me and say, you know, I'm leaving, rather than me letting him go. But at that moment, I couldn't say, it's time for you to quit, because I'm not going to fire you. But I've got to fire you, man. It is the problem. Don't do that to me. Okay? Don't do that to me, man, because you're going to make me cry. So, I'm going to hand it off to Julius because we have to go. I think I've said enough. We're going to... next time... When's the next safety meeting? This coming Monday?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So, on the next safety meeting, after the safety meeting, I'm going to take 15 minutes. And I want a timer to beat. You know, 15 minutes, I'm going to... Every time we meet here, we're going to build... That's part of building the foundations of this company. Okay, so... Here's the... hold on. So... For the record, I'm on
Yeah, that's
candid camera, right?
That's radio.
Okay. For the record, because I want Crown Castle to know that we have a strict policy right now. Very strict policy that concerns Crown Castle sites, Crown Castle assets, professionally, and what was your word?
We're going to behave at the site.
Behaving at Crown Castle sites, including logging in to let them know that we're there, and that when we log in, the Crown Castle NOC will tell us what we can and we cannot do at the cell site. So, this is Luis. I'm logging into the Crown Castle. Oh, okay. Oh, you cannot work there. Why? Oh, the landlord, we have a ban on that cell site for a week. Or we have birds. Or the climb safe is not working right, so you have to bring a lift. That's what the Crown Castle Knox will tell us. That's why we have to know it. And then plus, if we did something wrong, we didn't know, right? It's easy for Crown to figure out who to call. Or maybe it's not us, maybe it's somebody else, but they don't have to guess. Oh, WM was there, let me call him, interview him, and see maybe they know what's going on. Right? But guys, that's all for me. Thank you so much. And if you have, I'm going to stay here, Julius going to take the pen. If you have anything at all, I'm just going to be out here eating a donut, okay? So talk to me outside.
Okay, let us make this short. I think everybody has signed this piece of paper, because this paper here that you signed will be included in this folder here, and Ferg will submit that to Crown Castle tomorrow. Okay? Basically, they're asking us, Crown Castle is asking us for our rapid procedure and our professional behavior. Okay? Now, access protocol is, I think we have been doing that. Okay? I don't have to teach you. All I think we have to, we have to do it diligently. Okay? In addition to that, you will be receiving this work order. We have been using this before. It's only now on T-Mobile that we are not using this. But during AT&T, we were required to use this. And basically, every time we give you a job, these are filled up already. Rather than, right now I think Barbara is just sending to you the email or just telling you right away. Now, so that we will have a better control. We will be giving you this form here. Whether that is done by paper or done by Excel file, we will submit. For those who have computers and they can receive Excel files, we will submit that to you. And basically, all it does, it helps you to remember that if it's on a Crown Castle site, then that's the number that you have to call. Then you just talk here, you just have to sign here, check this whether it was automated or you really talk to somebody, a person. And then, of course, when automated, they have to give you a trouble ticket here. And then the time that you log in. And again, when you log out, you have to put the log out here, and whatever notes that is needed, put it there. Okay? Now, the rest here are, eventually we will ask you, this is for our job tracker really. Okay? Because when you fill this out, then we know when you were in, what materials did you use, how many man hours did you use? That is a standard for this form. Okay? And that has so many advantage for everybody. Now, hopefully, we will be gathering a lot of, we will be trying to gather the list of sites, of T-Mobile sites that belongs to Crown Castle, so that we will know what to give you. If it's a Crown Castle site, they will generate a Crown Castle site for their ticket. So it will be easy. We will not be surprised anymore and go that, oh yeah, this is a Crown Castle site. Of course, for the next few weeks, we are still gathering those information, but our goal really is when we send you to the site, and it is a Crown Castle site, then we will already identify it for you. Now, Crown Castle site, you have to understand, Pedro, we don't do any welding work unless we are authorized by Crown Castle. whether it is just the padlock of the gate, we are not supposed to do any welding work without their authorization. Because I believe they have their own quality inspection. If we do a welding job, I would think they'll have somebody there to watch what we're doing. Okay. So welding job, Edwin, Pedro, let's be mindful of that. When it's a welding job and it's a Crown Castle site, hey, you know, let's ask questions. Of course, if the gate is open, if the gate was damaged, we just don't want to walk away. So somebody might, if they come in later and get a lot of things there, we have to come up with a solution. We have to talk to Crown Castle and say, Mr. Crown Castle, the site was vandalized, it's open, we need to do a welding job. Now if they tell us no, then we have to tell T-Mobile, Mr. T-Mobile, Crown Castle does not like us to do a welding job there. We might put in a security guard. Okay, you can hire a security guard, just like when we have a security guard here to guard the generator. Okay, so those are the things that we have to do when we are on Crown Castle site. And we will be implementing this to make sure that we are really concerned about this. We need to get this information here because we will put that on our records. You see, our problem right now is Crown Castle has all the records of our activities inside Crown Castle site. We, as the contractor, do not have. That's why, effective immediately, we will start also getting those information. Now, so this will be this will be the new jobs, new work that you will be working on. Okay. Now, another thing that we will go back to what you saw. Again, this is, I have been working, I have been a technician also for how many decades already, and these are all standard. But just to remind you, no food and drinks are allowed inside the cell site and around the antenna area. If you arrive there on the site and you have a cup of coffee, please leave that cup of coffee inside your truck. Because we have been cited numerous times that when we left the site, there are coffee cups there. Okay. Of course, that's why if you go to the site and when you arrive there, you do your work, and then you do your cleanup work. If you see coffee cups there that of course it was not from you, or cigarette butts, please pick those up and throw them on the trash. The reason for that is if the following day there's an inspection there and they saw that coffee cups and cigarette butts, they will take a picture of it and blame us. And we cannot say, Mr. T-Mobile, Mr. Crown Castle, that was not ours. When we arrived there, it was already there. Okay. Which is, in my course, that's always the reason. When I call them, and when we are reprimanded, and I call my technician will come back, oh boss, but that was not ours. I do not smoke. See? But then we will be blamed for it. Okay? So, again, this is, if you are a technician, no horse playing is allowed anywhere inside the area, okay? I have to put it there just to remind everybody, but we don't do that. If you are by yourself, maybe, and nobody is watching, I don't know what you will do there. But if there are people around you, please, avoid that. Now again, you are not allowed to sleep inside the cell site. No, that's our job. I mean, how How many timesheets I've seen that people works for 8 hours, 12, 24 hours? Which is natural for us. We know that when the microwave is down, we cannot just say, oh yeah, it's my 4 hours that we go. We cannot do that. Okay? But then we have to remind you that don't put up a sleeping bag then and do it, you know, go to your craft. Or if not, you call your supervisor or manager and say, hey, Mr. Manager, we really have to sleep. Then we will look for a hotel for you. We have been doing that. So please, those are the things that, you know. Again, here's the other one, letter D. I don't know how to say it nicely. Okay? I really have it covered. Really.
Just one more.
Since last Saturday, I've been drinking ginger because of my pain. Letter D, please. I don't know how to say this really, but in reality it's this: we are not allowed to if you need to go to a toilet, okay, leave the site. Okay, go to the nearest McDonald's while taking your coffee break. Okay, you cannot anyway work, okay, while you're about to, you know, you cannot. You have to go. So when you go, please take your coffee break there. Okay, you are allowed to do that. If a T-Mobile technician comes in and say, hey, you calls us and say, hey, Barbara, how come your technician is not here? Oh, we have to tell him. Oh, yeah, he just went to McDonald's for his coffee break and go to the bathroom. Okay? We are not allowed. Okay? I know you have ways of doing it, especially if you are on the mountain. Okay? Again, I cannot tell you to do that. What I can tell you is take a leave, take a break, okay, and take a coffee break and look for the nearest McDonald's. Because that's what I've been doing before. Okay, and especially on our, I think for those mountains they'll have a problem. But here, on this area here, you have so many McDonald's here. That's why in Anaheim, there's a special place there that I always go to. Okay? Now, if there are porta potty inside if there are jobs that are more than 3 days, I believe, or 4 days, construction job that requires a porta potty, then we have to rent those and put it on site. And if there are porta potties in the site, please use them. Okay? Again, letter F, before leaving the site. This is, you know, usually if I see these used tapes, cat wires, tie wraps, you know, they're all on the floor. If you were T-Mobile and you were Crown Castle, you will not feel good about it. So please, if you are on the site and you see those, whether you were the one who did it or not, but if you see those things, tapes, wires, coffee cups, styrofoam, whatever you think is waste, please collect it, put it in a trash bag and throw it away. And make that a habit. You know, you are also young. You still have another 40 years working this type of job. You know, put that on your mind that is a professional way of doing it. If I am on a site and I see a contractor who does that, wow, that contractor, I give that contractor a plus. Especially if you don't tell them, you know, I'm just standing on a corner or just, you know, doing my job, and I see that, yeah, He goes around, he's almost done. He goes around, pick up anything.